Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island.
How cute.
So cute. I got my hat too. We're kind of like matching with her.
I know. Okay. Are we on episode 40? Yeah, we are.
Yep, we are.
Battle of the Ellas, not really though. But like, okay, that little conversation, is Ella for real? Like Ella won?
That was so played out. First of all, like I thought that was going to be a huge thing. I mean, I think the reason the bombshell didn't go for Tyreek is because Ella scared the every living shit out of her. Like Ella is scared. She's the girl that holds on to her guy because every other girl is scared of you.
Yeah.
That could bode well for them on the outside. Everyone watching the show being like, oh, I'm not going to mess with Ella.
So true.
It's actually a genius tactic.
But it doesn't look good.
No, like at all. She looks so insecure. Yeah. And if you need to like fight to hold on to your mans, he ain't your mans.
Agreed.
It's like, it shouldn't be this easy. I mean, hard.
Right.
To keep
it. Typically they're easy. It's just, she hasn't even had they haven't even hit their obstacles yet.
Yeah, no, she's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know. Ella kind of was rubbing me wrong. Like, but everyone's like, oh, why is Ella mean? I was like, I just feel like she is not being a team player right now. Like, you're on a show. This is like, you're acting like what you would act like in real life if you were to never see this girl again, but you wake up in the same room and you can't have that energy going around in the villa.
Right. It's more like her vibes are being mean. Like, there's not something specifically she's doing. Like, when you say it, it doesn't sound like it's anything mean.
Mm-hmm.
But she is being like mean girl. She's not being open. She's not being welcoming, like, to any girls. Like, unless you're an OG girl, unless you're literally Jess, who she's like kind of, I don't know, like, she gives Jess this weird advice. I don't know. I just feel like
I don't understand Ella's advice with Jess.
I don't either. She's saying like, oh, don't entertain this thing with the new guy whose name I literally can't remember. Eric?
Josh. You can never remember his name.
I can't remember anyone's.
Yes, that's how I remember it because it's cute.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the J's. So she's like, well, you told Sammy you want to be closed off, and so you can't talk to Josh. And I'm like, no, Ella, that's bad advice because Sammy would be doing it. And if Jess wants to finally open her eyes and see what else is out there, why are we stopping that from happening?
Exactly. Like, my theory is that she's so buddy with Ty, obviously, and Ty's main right-hand man is Sammy. And so for this switch of Ella being like so team Sammy instead of team Jess, like, are you a girl's girl? Because you should be seeing how Jess is treating, Sammy's treating Jess, and you know it, but yet to her face, you're like defending Sammy. Like, it's weird at this point.
You know what? I just don't think Ella's a girl's girl. I think she kind of is, but at the end of the day, like, she doesn't want the boys mad at her either. She's like one of those girls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why she couldn't say to Sammy's face, like, you're dogging Jess.
Exactly. And like a week ago, prior to her being closed off, and it's like, I'm sorry, is Ella telling Jess she can't talk to someone because she's closed off when she brought back Uzi when she was closed off?
Thank you. And Jess is like, no, fuck that, I didn't do anything wrong, which is true. Like, Josh took Jess on a date. Josh chose Jess to couple up with. Like, Jess wasn't making these decisions, but she's also like not being rude to him. She's being polite. She told him she's closed off with Sammy. Like, I actually don't think Jess is in the wrong here. And they're like, well, you're doing it to make Sammy mad, jealous. Right. Isn't that what everyone in this villa is doing right now, is just making someone else jealous? Like, you're all playing that way. So stop.
Exactly. So that really annoyed me. Like, I don't know. Ella's like annoying me right now. She'll probably win the show, which is fine. I just like don't like how she's moving right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how, like, I do not like how she is not supportive of Jess right now. Like,
yeah,
I don't like the advice she's giving her. I think it's bizarre. Rocket, that's going to get so annoying because we don't got those Shure microphones blocking the sound out.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
Come here. And I like Abby is making the hair on my neck like stand up. Like I'm having secondhand embarrassment for her. And I actually was dreading watching this episode because I was dreading watching Abby.
First of all, Abby is like acting like a disgrace to all women. Like, get it together. I saw this meme. It didn't have to do with Love Island, but it's applicable. And it said, "Girl, are you a tuba? Because you're being played by a really weird dude."
That's funny.
That's literally Abby, because Mitch is so weird. Watching Mitch interact with the new girl, like thinking he has game and being like, that's sexy. Like, Mitch is also just grossing me out. Like, he has no game. And for Mitch to get the ick is really, that's telling everything. Yeah. But also for Mitch to get the ick when Abby's doing exactly what you've done to every other broad in there is like so hypocritical that it's actually like, for me to actually be able to defend Abby, like, I'm mad at you for that, Mitch. You know what I mean?
I feel the opposite.
But Mitch is being so hypocritical that it's making me like feel bad.
I don't think he's being hypocritical at all.
You don't think he did that same thing Abby's doing to him? He did it to Molly, and then he did it to.
But did he do it as bad?
I don't know. Yeah, Abby's just like looking really bad, and she's also getting like advice from the girls being like, "Cool it. You're giving him the ick. You're giving him the ick," and then she continues to do it. Like, she doubles down on it.
The last combo. Oh my god, I wanted to physically die for her because, and he like gets up walking away, and she's like, "You're not going to give me a cuddle." It's like reminding me of a couple back home. I'll tell you offline.
Oh my god, dying to know.
Like, I can't even. It's just like he's so done. It's so done. You ruined it, and that sucks because like there is no coming back from that. Like, it's done. He got the ick, and it's done. The fact that, oh my god, I don't know how she doesn't see how she just did this with Scott. Like, it is the craziest thing.
Yeah, the lack of accountability is really wild. But if it's so easy for Mitch to get icked out, like, did Mitch have these strong feelings like he was saying he did? Because, like, if a guy likes you, he's dating you, you could act like a complete fool in the beginning. And if a guy really likes you, like, he's going to date you.
I don't know.
Do you think he had strong
acting? Yeah, I do. I think he really is getting the ick. She is acting crazy. And we're seeing a blimp of it. So
yeah.
She is losing it. Like, even the girls are like, you are giving them the ick. How we've been nice. We've told you that he's not. We've walked around this and danced around this, and now we've just told you straight up that he's giving you the ick, and you like go like Abby was walking by, and Mitch like looks and then looks like the other way. Like, the guy he is gone. And I think it was giving him the ick because she wasn't getting the fact that she did this to Scott. Like, he's like, I just did this with Scott. And she's like, but it's a totally different scenario. No, it's not.
No, I was like, name one difference. Name one difference.
I wish I had a recording of what I looked like watching the show. That's this whole episode. Like, I'm like actually not well. I need the rest of the weekend off to process this.
It was infuriating to watch because if let's say Abby, this happened, and Mitch is like, okay, I'm talking to the new girl, Ella. And she was like, you know what, that's fair. I did it with Scott. I'm going to dead it with Scott because, like, I found out my feelings are with you, but, like, you see what's good for you. And if she just sat back and observed,
exactly.
I do think, to Mitch's credit, he would have went back to Abby.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And I even think if it wasn't for that last conversation, I still think, because I was thinking, I'm like, is he going to go back to Abby and then just kind of be like, he has the ick and it's there. And even if this Ella girl is playing Mitch like a fiddle,
she is,
right? And he's
because in the dressing rooms, the girls were like, is Mitch really your type though?
I know.
And she was like, yeah.
The dress room was like, yikes.
None of the girls like the new girl. That's hard to come in at the end.
the job of a bombshell, which is like, even one thing about Leah, like, no one really liked her, but she had her head on. She's like, I know it's your job as a bombshell. I don't know who she was talking to. That's Katie, I think, or somebody. At first, it was like, your job is a bombshell to come and do this. Like, why aren't they understanding that? They're taking it so personal when her job is to break up couples. And she's doing a phenomenal job at end of week 6. We didn't get this kind of drama last season.
No, to be able to even like disrupt anything.
Exactly.
6 is pretty wild. And the new girl is just like, it's the perfect bombshell because she's just like, I get what I want. And she says that to every guy. Like, she's just very like bombshell. Like, she was born for this role. So good on the
born for week 6 bombshell.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I just love her game is the same with every guy. Just kind of like, I'm the girl of your dreams. We'll see. Like, I always get what I want. Like, she says the same one-liners to every guy, but I'm here for it because it's like
whoever bites.
And they're eating it up. Mitch is eating it up.
Yeah, Mitch is loving it.
Yeah.
For him, like, he hasn't had any girl want him. And for this fake attention, let him have it. I do think if Abby acted the way you said, they would probably be together because I genuinely think they work well together. But this is such a... He even said, someone was saying, like, a job as a bombshell is, like, so that you see other people's reactions. Like,
yeah.
You see how they react to things, aka Sammy, aka Abby. Like, that's how they're gonna react on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Speaking of Sammy, like, I can't.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, good on Jess for just being like, I'm gonna be nice to the guy. I'm not gonna write him off. And like,
well, how disgusting are you, bro? I need a minute. What are you, fucking 5, dude? Pull up your pants and have a talk with the guy who just, like, that is so awkward for this guy. Like, and I love that Jess was like, what the hell? That's so muggy. Like, I'm going to go talk to him. Like, of course, that's uncomfortable. Like, that is uncomfortable. And the fact that you're just such a little fucking child. Oh, yeah. I hate him. Jess. Run. Jess.
Run, Jess. Like, run into the
How disrespectful. It's like, is this different than how he's reacted to any situation? Like, it's the same reaction, Jess. Do you think that, what's it called? Insanity is doing the same thing and thinking you're going to get a different result? Jess.
No, Jess, wake up. Also, he acts like this when he feels like it's ego. Like, it's so obviously ego. It's not about Jess. Because, it's the same. He was chasing after the girls and no one could get mad at him. But now that a guy's chasing after Jess, he's mad because it's his ego's at play. But it's like, Jess still isn't doing anything wrong. And then in the morning, Sammy and Abby were talking in the sad single beds. And he was like, you should ignore Mitch. I'm going to do that to Jess. And I'm like, no, Sammy, you need to lay it on thick. Abby, yeah, you need to, like, go on a mental health break.
They did the opposite reactions.
Exactly. Like, if Sammy was smart, he would, like, fight for Jess. And if Abby was smart, she would not fight for Mitch.
Right.
Because I do think that morning when she woke up, if she chose to ignore Mitch, even though she was acting a fool the night before, if she played it cool that whole next day and maybe even had a convo with Mitch, like, do your thing, I think she could have salvaged it.
Tried to, though.
Do you think it was too late?
I think she tried to during the day, but he already woke up and had it. Like, well, one, she went to him
the morning when she went in his... Like, don't go in his bed, and then don't, like, go for a kiss, and then don't say, did you make up your mind yet? Bro, no.
It's so bad.
It was, like,
so bad. And he's like, oh my God, this poor girl is just...
Like, that makes me want to shrivel up in a ditch and die for her. Like, it's...
love single islanders be dumped. Just get them off the island. Like, for real, get Abby and Sammy off.
And Amber.
Yeah, well, Amber and Scott have a relationship.
Yeah.
So, I think it would be dope to just... oh my God, it would be amazing to dump the island, to single islanders. So Sammy and Abby leave. Jess and Josh carry on, because I actually believe if we just got rid of Sammy, they seem like they have a good connection. Like, I do genuinely think that they would match. It's just, he should have been in a Casa Boy. He should have, I don't know. I really don't know. But if we got rid of Sammy in the villa, I think Jess would stay with Josh, and she would make it to the finals.
Yeah. I think she's starting to realize, like, oh, I don't think the public wants me with Sammy.
Do you think? Or are we just wishful thinking?
It could be just me projecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's in our dreams.
Yeah.
Even though she probably dreams didn't come true yesterday.
I know it.
That's crazy.
Now, to really make them come true, Sammy needs to leave.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm done with Sammy.
They can't make us, like, what Love Island, whatever you're trying to sell us, we're not buying. No one is subscribing to Sammy and Jess, so stop trying to make it happen.
Yeah,
like, we're working overtime to get them separated.
Mm-hmm.
Are the producers in with us? Maybe.
I think so, because of that whole, like, you can't recouple shtick.
And also bringing a bombshell that's strictly Jess's type, strictly for Jess.
Right. Like, I think they're trying their best to help us, but just some things cannot be stopped.
Yeah, they can. It's called a quick old texaroo and send Sammy bags packing.
You're dumped from the island.
Oh my God, just a quick one. We don't need a ceremony.
Fire pit.
But it would just be crying and stuff, and like...
Yeah. Like, I don't think Jess has the strength to, like, be done with Sammy yet.
Yeah.
I think he's got to, like, fuck her over in the real world a few times, and then she'll get it.
Real world, you are not even seeing his face outside the villa.
100% now.
You won't even know what Sammy looks like outside the villa.
No. Not Maddie. Sorry, that was a throwback. Whitney and Ellum were really cute. Like, when Mitch was...
Loken. You said Ellum.
Oh my God.
Ellum is gone.
Names. Oh my God.
You're literally terrible in names.
I'm so bad with everybody's name. But
Loki.
They were Loki. And Witty.
I know.
So cute. When they were, like, gossiping.
So cute. I wrote that down. I was about to bring that up. I think I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed. That was so cute.
Why do you think they're not showing anything of Zach and Molly? Because we don't want to see anything of Zach and Molly?
I think, like, literally they don't have conversations of, like, I think that they talk but say nothing. So I just think it would be, like, infuriating TV. Like, at the end of the day, they're just not good TV. I think they just sit around and just, like,
but why
hold each other. Don't talk.
They're like coasting through, and it's like, no, we're not forgetting about you.
Honestly, I'll vote them out easily. Like, we need another couple dumping, and then let's dump the singles and then dump one couple.
Yeah, well then it will be Scott and Amber.
No, but yeah, I know. But I wanted to be Zach.
Amber is counting down the days. She just knows. She's like, I'm here until I'm not here anymore.
She's literally just riding the wave.
Yeah, and I think Scott
I did
too. Because even was like, he's not going to go back to you. He'd rather be single and dumped than go back to you. Like, Abby.
But Abby saying that, I'm like, you look so pathetic. Being like, if Mitch won't have me, like, I guess I'll just go back to Scott. I wish I didn't end things with Scott. It's like, no. Like, where's your backbone? Like, stop. Like, you don't like Scott, so why do you need to go back to him? Like, it just is so, it's like so Debbie Desperado. It was, like, hard to watch. And all the girls are, like, straight up, like, Scott is a man of, like, principles and morals, and he won't have you. And that was, like, damn, these girls are really, like, giving it to her straight, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But, the fact that it's, like, Scott would rather be single and go home than be with you, like, and she's like, okay, cool. It's like, Abby, like, you need to self-fix.
So should I pull Scott?
Like, I can't.
But so then people are saying that Molly is like she's like a Nepo baby from Love Island. Like, her mom works for the show. And I did see a old, like, TikTok of her in the villa, like, before, and being like, I'm in the Love Island villa, like, before she was a contestant. So, like, people are like, she's only here because, like, her mom is the producer, which just makes sense of why she's came back to the show. But people are like,
Exactly.
Molly's best moments were when she was gone from the island.
100%. She's brought like absolutely nothing to this island.
It would have been so good to see what Zach does. Like we would
Like,
have
I would have
had more to see.
exactly. I would have liked to see where he went, because he would have went like from Katie to the Bombshell Girls, like in Casa. Like, I just would have liked to see that. And I just think it's one of those things where like he knows he has to be with Molly at this point. So he's with Molly, and I think they like each other, but
Yeah, I think like honestly, save it for the like rekindle them. Give us an episode on the reunion of Molly and Zach getting back together, but let Zach have his whole journey in here, because you just took two spots that you don't even show. Like two people are in the villa that literally don't bring anything to the show.
I think they're worse than Leanne Montel
100%.
in terms of being boring. So like, if we're gonna send home a boring couple, let's send home Zach.
They're not even closed off, so we're not even watching them even progress in the relationship. They're just there. They're so much.
They're literally just bumps on a log sitting there. Like they're wasting space. They're wasting a bed in that villa.
Exactly.
But something else about Scott that I thought about was, I think he was like really a stand-up guy in this moment when Abby came to him and was kind of like saying it about Mitch and saying how she's upset and she's not going to stand for it. And he's like, well, I kind of think you have to let Mitch do his thing, because he had to sit there and watch us do our thing. So you kind of owe it to him. And like the fact that I don't even think him and Mitch are like boys like that. So the fact that he was principled and like,
yeah,
stood up for like Mitch in that way and was like respectful to Abby, like I liked. Okay, public, yeah, go off. Like,
I agree. Like, how many people have to tell you, Abby? It's too crazy. I can't watch it. Like Love Island, like you need to get me off this hamster wheel that Abby is bringing me on, because I'm mentally not okay.
No, it's giving me anxiety.
It's actually giving me anxiety. Like I had anxiety watching this show, and that's usually how I get with reality TV. That's why I liked Love Island, because it's the only reality show that I don't get severe anxiety with.
Yeah.
I also just wish, like, in the beginning seasons, like everybody was so much more friendly. Like, and I just wish there was more of that with the girls. Like, I wish people were genuinely more friends. Like in past seasons, they were friends. Like these girls are, and I think still to this day are friends.
In past seasons, you could watch a girl steal your guy and they would be like best friends at the end of the season, a la Molly and Maura.
Right.
Myra, whatever.
Right. I never can get her right.
No, it's so hard.
It is.
But like, I think the girls are like, they're losing the fact that it's a game. Like at the end of the day, this is just a game. It's a show. It's for entertainment. Like you guys are all just meant to like be friends together and like see what happens. So yeah, that's disappointing. I think Abby will be on her way out soon. Like I don't think it's like gonna be a thing where she stays around and mopes for like weeks and weeks. Like we're at the end. Like they got to start chopping. Like week 8, we have to have 4 couples.
Right.
So this week we have to lose a lot of people.
Oh, dude, I'm like way too invested in this Jess, Sammy, Josh triangle. Like, I really, really, really want them to just do us all a favor and get rid of Sammy and like let Jess blossom and watch how she gets voted by the public because she is loved. Like, and I just want, like, I genuinely want happiness for her. I do find her like a very nice girl. I love that she got that guy, like went and talked to him because she's respectful. Like, you don't deserve somebody like Sammy at all. Not in the way where you don't deserve it. Like, you don't deserve someone that shitty. And even like all the guys telling Ella to go up to Mitch and Abby on that last combo, and Mitch saying, like, Mitch was like wanting to go with her. And Abby's literally right before Abby's like, so do you have feelings for me? He's like, yeah, I have feelings for you. Like, what are you fucking saying? And then like, she's like, okay, well, hold on one second. I'm like, oh my God. And then Mitch is like, we'll be over there in 2 minutes. We'll wrap this up quickly. And then he literally like says a turn. He's like, all right, so let's wrap this up
quickly. I'll give you 2 quick minutes. I'm like, he does not want to talk to you. Like, and it's Mitch we're talking about. Like, it's just it's so bad. It's so hard to watch. I was like literally watching this episode like through closed fingers because it was just like so cringy and so uncomfortable.
So we'll see on Sunday, I guess.
What's your predictions about how they're going to go about this week? Because, I mean, week 8, it's only the final couples week 8, isn't it? For the whole week, and then they do their final dates and the families and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're going to get rid of, I think 4. Like, I think it would be so dope for a recouple where not the girl, like, it's going to, if it's not dumping the singles right away, it's a recouple where the girls choose, but then like Amber's still there and like no one cares about Amber's choice. And I don't want Jess to like then choose Sammy again. It's like, how many times do we have to separate you? Like,
exactly.
Like, time out, motherfuckers.
It's like the teachers like not letting you guys work on group projects together. Like, you're disastrous together.
Exactly. So I don't know. My dream would be to dump the singles, like just like dump them, gone, like during the day.
Yeah, dump the singles, they're gone, and then like dump a few couples. But as the couples,
Scott and Amber, but then Uzi and Katie. All of those it's gonna clean house this week.
So who's your vote for who's in the finals?
Well, who does that leave? That's Ty and Ella, Matt, Molly and Zach, which are gonna be there. Who else is there?
So that's what I mean. So it like has to be like.
Is there no other real couples?
No, dude. Like their love is lost.
It's not Love Island.
It's not. It's like Settle Island.
It's something.
I think at this point, Katie and Uzi are gonna be. Did you see them make out in the bed with covers over them?
No.
Yes.
Covers over so Liam Greer couldn't see?
Yep. They're like, good luck looking at this, Liam.
Like another like Ella and Uzi situation. No, we didn't kiss. It was
no, he was kissing my cheek.
Sure.
But at this rate, they're finals, which is like crazy.
Here's my dream finals. Ty and Ella, which are going to be number 1. Molly and Zach are probably going to be number 2, as much as I don't like it. We got 500 against us, and we know not to go against them. Josh and Jess, if they somehow miraculously get through it, they could win. Because Jess had such a hard time, like an Amber thing, like an Amber and that guy Greg. We were rooting for somebody for Jess. That's what we're doing. And we're not rooting for Sammy and Jess. But is Sammy and Jess, if they're a couple, are they in the final?
I don't know. Like that's what I'm fearful of, but realistic about, that I think they'll find their way back to each other and get in the final, honestly.
I also think if Abby didn't act like such a cuckoo bird, and she might have to do some crazy 180 to get back with Mitch. But Mitch, if anyone's taking anyone back, it's Mitch taking out.
Totally.
They would be in the finals.
I think for sure they would be in the finals. So I don't know. It's just a weird finals. Like there's just usually a little bit more solid couples at this point, and right now we only really have like 1.5. Like for sure, Ella and Ty.
1.5.
And like I just can't count Zach and Molly as a full couple. They hurt my brain to like watch them.
And I don't want to watch your dates, and I don't want to watch your speeches. Like I don't want to.
What are they going to talk about on that date?
I really don't want to watch them at all. So like that will be a really big punishment on my part to watch that.
I'm interested to see what like Ella and Tyreek's families are going to say to each other and stuff. Like that will be interesting to watch.
I think they'll like each other.
Yeah, I think so. And like, cause like this is the first girl that's like tamed Tyreek.
Is it next week? So maybe week 8, start of week 8, like Sunday, we'll have 5 couples. We'll do family visits, and then
the babies.
and the babies, and then we'll chop off that 5th. And by the like middle half of week 8, you'll have the 4 couples and then the finale. That's what will happen. So we're going to get rid of everybody but 5 couples this next week.
Okay, good. Bye.
Yeah, bye. And I pray to God.
I'm done.
What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Tell me, DM me. Like, I'll do anything.
No, seriously.
Like, I'll do anything to get Sammy to not be there. Like,
I know.
Petition. And just like sign my petition and we'll like send it to Love Island producers.
Sign my petition. Goodbye, Sammy.
It's like actually affecting the viewers' mental health. So like this is serious.
Totally. Well, we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah. All right. Back to our Saturdays.
See you guys on Monday.
Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
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 Bye.